Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Youthman. In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing of Klipsch's brand new Reference Premier RP502S surround sound speaker. Now before we get into the video, if you're into home theater, audio, and video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified when the next video drops. Alright guys, first of all I want to say a big thanks to Klipsch for sponsoring this series of videos on their new Reference Premier speaker system. Now I've been a huge fan of Klipsch for probably about the past 12 years. I've owned a ton of Klipsch gear over the years, mostly from the Reference series, some from the Heritage series, and even the older CF series, KG series. I've just owned a ton, and I love the Klipsch sound, and I love what the brand stands for. And so I'm really excited to partner with them to be able to bring you a bunch of videos on their new Reference Premier system. So enough talking, let's get to unboxing. All right, let's go ahead and unbox these. So these are the RP502S surrounds. The R, of course, stands for reference. P is for Premier, so you got Reference Premier. And the 502 helps you to kind of identify what size drivers. There's two 5 1/4 inch drivers, and then the S is for surround. So at least the model number makes sense. So here we've got a couple things. We've got our owner's manual, and then inside here are some little rubber feet. We'll put those on the bottom. Actually, in my case, we're going to be mounting them to the wall. They won't be like sitting on some stands, so we won't actually even need these. So I'm going to put these off to the side. Take the styrofoam off the top. I already filled the metal grill, or the magnetic grills. Trying to grab underneath it. What is the easiest way? Is there a port back here? Ah, okay. So one easy way would be if you grab the back of it, you can feel the cup, basically where your speaker terminals are, and you can lift them out there. Oh, one thing I forgot to show. Let me show this first. One thing, thanks so much to UPS or FedEx, I don't even remember who was, but they put a big old, no, it was neither one of those. This was due to freight. So this actually, you can see the forklift dug all the way through there, so we're gonna make sure the speakers aren't damaged. And it looks like from in here, it would be this one over here, but we'll take a look at them. I think they're okay, but just wanted to throw that out there. So even freight can be damaged during shipping. All right, let's take a look at these. These are actually a lot smaller than I thought. And I'll actually pull down one of my RS62 version 2s in just a little bit, and we'll compare them. So what I love about the new grills on the Reference Premier, looks like they're all going to be magnetic, which is really cool. I'm really glad that Klipsch started doing that. So we're just going to lay the grills off to the side for now. Alright, so let's take a look here. That's a cool looking design. You guys got to see this, man. All the tops are beveled. Check that out. Nice. The wood grain is even different than I expected. Very cool. Alright, so let's take a closer look and we'll talk about some specs. Up top you can see it has dual 1-inch titanium vented tweeters with the Tractrix horn. Now the Tractrix horn actually is made of rubber, so that helps with the high frequencies, any resonance inside the actual horn itself, so it eliminates that, and the vented tweeter helps to smooth out the top end. Below that we see the dual 5¼ inch copper ceremetallic woofers that Klipsch is known for, and around the tweeter as well as the woofer you can see the gold trim ring. The front logo also has the same ceremetallic copper look to it, so it matches the speakers quite nicely. The speaker is designed to be a wide dispersion speaker, which basically means that sound is going to spread out around the room as opposed to being sent directly to your ears. Now this allows for a more enveloping sound versus a direct radiating speaker. Each speaker is equipped with the magnetic grills, and what's nice is you do not see the magnets on the inside of the speaker, behind the laminate. Now if we take a look at the top, one thing that I'm noticing that is really cool is there's a lot of design on the speaker. On the original RS52s and the RS62s, they were very triangular in shape. Even the new RS62s and the RS52s are still triangular in shape, they just changed the speaker grill to be more rounded. But the 502S speakers have a unique style to them because not only is it triangular in shape, but there's also an extra edge back here on the rear sides. And then also if you look up at the top, you can see how it's beveled on all the sides as well. Now if we look on the back side of the speaker, you can see we've got a flush mounted speaker terminal as well as a keyhole up at the top. Now what the keyhole allows you to do is easily mount the speaker using just a single screw that you can use like a drywall anchor, which I'll show you when I pull off my RS62 version 2 surrounds. Now down at the very bottom you can see there's a threaded insert. So if you've got the right mount and the right size thread, then you could actually screw these speakers in and secure them with the threaded inserts as well. The RP502S speakers measure 13.85 inches tall by 11.88 inches wide by 7.49 inches deep. Each speaker has a sensitivity rating of 95 decibels. It can handle 100 watts continuous up to 400 watts peak, and they weigh 16 pounds. The RP502S come in 3 different finishes. You can get them either in ebony vinyl, walnut vinyl, or piano gloss. If you get the ebony or the walnut models, they actually have a satin painted top cap with a scratch resistance finish. Alright, so as you can see over here, I've got one of my side surrounds. These are the Klipsch RS62 version 2s. So these are the previous models surround sound. These are discontinued. So you can see these have a little bit different grill, so it's magnetic, but it's one big rounded grill. And then they had the inverted woofer and tweeter on one side. These are plastic, so wow, you can see how dusty they are. But these are plastic Tractrix horns versus the rubber horns in the new ones. So behind this speaker, I've just got it mounted with a heavy-duty drywall anchor and then a screw. And so all you do to remove this is lift up and pull out. And then we've just got our speaker wire back here. So we're going to unscrew those. Just like that. Let's carry this over there and let's kind of compare the size between the RS62s to the new RP502S. Alright, so let's put the RS62s right next to the RS502S for comparison. Let's take a closer look here. So here you can see some of the design differences. You got the gold trim rings on the new ones. Now I definitely like the new wood finish. That has a really classy look to it versus the plastic kind of bevel here. This right here is just a plain laminate. So there's no design or style to it. And of course it gets covered up by the grills. Those grills just snap on like that. So you can kind of see the differences. But when we look at the overall size comparison, now again, this is a 5 1/4 compared to a 6 1/2 inch drivers. But that's a pretty significant size difference. So if you've got not a whole lot of space on your walls, these might be a lot better fit. So now let's go ahead and mount and secure the 502S to the wall. Now it's pretty simple on mounting these. Like I said, if you've already got, like in my case, you've already got a screw that's into a drywall anchor. You can see here I just fed the speaker wire down my drywall. That's a royal pain, but I wanted a really clean look. Now with the surrounds like this, you're not going to be able to use like banana plugs on the back because they're going to hit your wall. Now the other thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and install those rubber feet so that when we put it up against the wall, we don't have it bouncing up against that or vibrating. Alright, so before we mount the speaker, remember our little rubber feet? So we're going to take those and they just peel off like this. We're just going to put one on each corner. And that's going to keep the speaker from vibrating during bass frequencies. And it's going to prevent the speaker from getting scratched up against your wall and prevent the speaker from scratching your wall. Just going to put those like that. And we got one more. Just like that. Just give it a nice press. Now one thing you're not going to be able to do is, because this is meant to be flat up against your wall, it's really difficult to use banana plugs on this, so you're going to just need to use bare wire. Now I love banana plugs, but this is just not one of those situations where banana plugs is a good fit. So we're just going to feed the bare wire up through the bottom or the top. Just like that. And we're going to tighten it down. Like that. Tighten it down really nice and tight. We're going to take this, I'm going to feed my wire back up through the wall like that. Then you're just going to line the keyhole up. Just like that. Just want to make sure that was secure. And there we go. Now the only thing left to do, just add our speaker grills. Just like that. And there we go. Alright guys, well there you have a look at Klipsch's brand new Reference Premier RP502S surround sound wide dispersion speaker. Now my initial impressions of just the looks and cosmetics, I definitely like the small form factor. I think that's going to fit in a lot more people's living room and in their situation than say the RS62 version 2. Those are massive, but I have a dedicated theater room, so I can kind of do whatever I want in this room, but not everybody has that ability, and so I think these are going to be nice and compact and provide just a really stylish look for even an average everyday living room setup. Now I have owned several surround sound speakers from Klipsch. I started out with the RS35s, then I upgraded to the RS52s, then I upgraded to the RS62s, and then I found a pair of RS62 version 2s, which I actually have 2 pair of them now that I'm using in my theater room. Now one thing I do want to say is comparing the RS52s to the RS62s, wasn't a huge difference. They sounded bigger, the RS62s, they sounded a little bit bigger, had a little bit more detail, but it definitely wasn't night and day difference. I used the RS52s, which have the same size, the 5 1/4 inch dual woofers. I used that with my RF83s with the RC64 center channel. Now these towers are basically the equivalent of the RF7 series, and the RS52s had no problem keeping up with the RF83s and the RC64. So even if you have a large front soundstage, I believe 5 1/4 should do an adequate job for the surround sound channels. Now of course I won't know exactly how these sound until we get those hooked up, but I'll be saving that for future videos. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. We've got a lot more to unbox in the Reference Premiere series, and so I hope you stay tuned for that. The RP502S retail for $7.99 a pair, and I'll link those down in the description if you're interested in purchasing a set. Well guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. And as always, you guys be blessed, and we'll catch you in the next video.